Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of August 4th. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates, and if this reading doesn't speak to you, go check out your other two signs videos for deeper messages. So Libra, we are here in Leo season, a relatively complimentary sign for you. And we have the inner planets all moving this week. And so Venus, our ruling planet, is moving into Libra. That is a place that Venus wants to be. And so everything should start to feel a lot more easy for us, Libra. That communication should be easy breezy, one-on-one especially, that's where we thrive. So that is the first energetic we have on the 6th. And then we have on the 9th, Mercury moving into Leo. And so it moving out of Cancer, out of that retrograde period that we've had. This is a time for our communication to really just open up and free flow in a way that we don't normally get, because Leo is the one sign ruled by a star versus the rest of us. The rest of the planets are, planets that are reflecting the sunlight. There you have Leo, that is that sun radiating out. So communication is a lot more open than it has been. We do have on the 11th, Mars moving into Cancer. And so there, Cancer is technically also a cardinal sign like Aries, which is also Mars ruled. However, you have fiery Mars versus water-led Mars. And so Cancer is going to lead more from that heart space when we take action. Yeah, so it should be a relatively sweet time that we are entering, but let's see what that means for us, Libras. Let's see what that means for Libra. And this week I'm using the Enchanted Map Deck as, they're my most open, flowing communication card. So let's see what we got going on for Libra. Okay, so we have Moonlight reversed. Right off the bat, Libra, when this card is reversed, I see two things here. One is that, so the moon rules over our intuitive space. And Libra, if it's reversed, it's saying that we aren't tapping into it in a good way. And two things. One is, are you getting enough rest? That was the thing that was coming up last week. We are in the middle of the summer where the nights are the shortest, so Libra, and it's also hot outside. So Libra, if you are needing more rest, listen to your body. And it's not just about nighttime rest. It's about making sure that you're taking easy movement throughout the day. So for how much work you're pushing yourself, you want to take time to really integrate it and rest. But also, this could be that intuitive space, that third eye doesn't flow when it is flooded constantly with thoughts or information, which the world is somewhat designed right now for that flood of information. Our phone is ringing or dinging with notifications 24/7, unless you're putting it on Do Not Disturb. But also, Libra, it's just your own thought because you're an air sign. So if you are constantly overthinking things, overstressing things, you are flooding your own intuitive space. So Libra, this is an invitation for you to get the rest and unplug if you can. Yeah? Okay, let's see. Next we have making a choice. So this is a very Libran conundrum here. But this is more of a past card. And so Libra, don't overstress, overthink a decision. The more you overthink and stress a decision, then the more you're tapping out of your own intuitive space. Sometimes you just got to make those decisions and live with that choice, Libra. And so this is saying that it's better to make a decision than to not, because there's been, as a Libra, there's been a lot of times where I just don't make a decision and then both, everything falls away because I have stepped back just one step too far off the cliff, Libra. So this is asking you to make that decision and stick with whatever the outcome is. This is not saying that you won't get a similar opportunity down the line. This is saying that you just have to make the call in the moment. I'll say that even in the rounds of me being back here in this state that I'm in now, there's been this specific job that I've applied to twice. But yeah, the first job that I applied to was absolutely one that I was physically not able to do because, like, I couldn't even pull down the handles when there was this one tree in this wheelbarrow because it was too heavy for me, even with my whole body weight just dangling off of it. So, Libra, make your decision, live with it. Yeah? Because next you have slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. So Libra, this is an invitation for you to slow down, like I said, your thoughts, because your thoughts are probably also part of that flood of information, but also, like I said, about how you need to also take rest for every action that you take. There was this Ayurvedic doctor that I saw, and I was talking to her about even just my Tuesday where I used to live. I used to go to work full time. It was like a 8-hour day, starting from like the second I woke up, of just physical manual labor, and then I would get myself a few hour break where I would maybe like take clients or fit in a run before teaching a yoga class, and then do Tarot Tuesday and maybe like lead a ceremony or something. And she was like, you know what? Maybe just do 2 things after work. Yeah? So Libra, yeah, just slow it down. Slow it down. There's always time. It's the end of summer, and so yeah, this is a time for a slower pace. Yeah. And yeah, because the last card for this deck is Unexpected Visitors Reversed. Unexpected Visitors Reversed is saying that, so yeah, so say you even make a choice, like earlier in your reading, and then something unexpected comes up, and you're gonna have to be freeballing a whole new decision in the moment. And so yeah, Libra, this is expect the unexpected so that you aren't overwhelmed all the time is a key here. Slow it down so that yeah, you aren't just having to rapid fire all the time. Unexpected visitors is saying that yeah, again, it ties back to that making a choice card of you having to make the call of, is this worth my time in the moment? Is this something I need to address now? Or is this something that can fall to the wayside for what is the most important right now? Yeah, Libra, that is what the Enchanted Map Deck has for you, but I'm going to pull one more card from the Land Sky Oracle deck. And this deck was designed by a yogi, so it mostly has philosophies and practices from yoga that you can do to help ground yourself into your body, because you're doing a lot of overthinking over here. So let's see what we got going on for Libra. You're gonna double down on grounding because you don't even have a philosophy, you have a rock, you have a crystal. So you have amethyst, nourish. What did I say, Libra? You need to take care of yourself first. It's that whole ambulance situation of, if the town has one ambulance and it never gets maintained and it breaks down, nobody's getting saved. So Libra, this is asking you to really take care of, nourish yourself, slow and steady, turn off your brain as best as you can. And I know it's hard. There's so many distractions all the time, every day. You can see, like, I've made my space as minimally distracting as I can, minus that guy. Yeah, so Libra, that is what I have for you this week. I hope that helps. I do hope that you do find the time for yourself to really relax so that you can tap back into that more clear third eye space. And I'll see you next week. Bye.